Hello. In part 1, we dealt with characteristics of community in the dominance and species richness. Now, in the part 2, we'll consider characteristics of community, that is diversity and abundance. The community consists of numerous organisms, plants, animals, and microorganisms belonging to different taxonomic groups. So diversity can be defined as variations of characteristics in a group. So group means group of plants, group of animals, or group of microorganisms. Or if we consider animal, then the group of reptiles, birds, mammals, etc. The mixture of different races in a group. So race is animals or different animals with distinct physical behavioral characteristics. So mixture of different races in a group will give diversity. Number of different species that are represented in a given community, that is species richness, and different types of organisms in a given ecosystem. So we can define community diversity or ecosystem diversity as the diversity of ecological units or community types within different and large ecological niches, that is habitats. So this is called community diversity. Communities in different environments vary in number of species, that is species richness that they contain. The variations in the biological communities in which the species live are called community diversity. The community diversity are at different levels are species richness, species evenness, and species diversity. We will define each term. Species richness is number of species present in the community. For example, in the picture, in community 1, species richness is 4. That means there are 4 species. One of peacock, one of sparrow, one of flamingo, and one of parrot. While in community 2, species richness is 6 because in addition to the 4 species similar to community 1, there are additional species of hen and pigeon. So therefore, total number of species are 6. So species richness is 6. Species evenness is relative abundance of the species that are present. For example, in the community 1, species evenness can be calculated as there are 4 parrots, 2 flamingo, and 1 sparrow. So species evenness is 4:2:1. While in community 2, species richness is 4:4:4 because each species have 4 number of individuals. So species evenness is equal, that is all species are present in equal number. So number of individuals per species are equal. So species evenness is 4:4:4. While species diversity considers both the number of species, that is species richness in the community, and their relative abundance, that is species evenness. So species diversity is defined as the number of different species present in an ecosystem and relative abundance of each of those species. So diversity is greatest when all the species present, that is richness, are equally abundant, evenness in the area. For example, if the number of individuals within a species is fairly constant across community, it is said to have a high evenness. So in the picture you can see the number of individuals of sparrow, parrot and flamingo are 4. So they are equal. So they have high evenness. While if the number of individuals varies from species to species, it is said to have low evenness. So in the picture, you can see the number of individuals of parrot are 4, flamingo are 2, and sparrow is 1. So The number of individuals varies from species to species. So this has low evenness. So high evenness leads to greater species diversity. In an ecosystem, there may be high species richness but low species evenness. For example, in a forest, there may have a large number of different species, high species richness, but have only a few members of each species, that is low species evenness. Or there may be only few species, low species richness, but a large number of each species, that is high species evenness. So community diversity is based on species richness, species evenness, and species diversity. Three different diversities at the community level are intra-community or alpha diversity, inter-community or beta diversity, and inter-regional or zonal or gamma diversity community. So first is intra-community or alpha diversity. So it refers to the diversity within the community. It represents diversity of organisms in the particular community. It is given by combined effect of species richness and evenness within the community. So alpha diversity is expressed in terms of species richness or number of species in an ecosystem. The alpha diversity can be measured by counting the distinct group of organisms such as different species, genera and family or number of taxonomic entities, that is number of taxa within the ecosystem. For example, if we consider coral reefs in ocean, so corals are coelenterate and coral reefs are the group of polyps. So you will get variety of coral reefs in an ocean. So this will represent the intra-community diversity. That means diversity within the community or diversity within the particular organisms in a community. Here we consider the organism is a coral. The next is inter-community or beta diversity. It represents difference in composition and types of species of same organism in different communities. So beta diversity is defined as the quantitative measurement of diversity of communities along environmental gradients. Means at different environments, how many organisms are present, what is the diversity of organisms at different environments will give beta diversity. For example, different species of corals are represented in oceans and intertidal zones because of presence of different niches or habitat and environmental conditions. So in the diagram you can see corals in intertidal zone and corals in oceans. So intertidal zone is the shore between the high tide and low tide where the land and sea meet. So during high tide, these organisms will be underwater, and during low tide, the organisms will get exposed to air, and therefore the organisms are subjected to high variation in the environmental condition. So therefore, in the intertidal zone, you can see the corals which are unbranched, which are disc-shaped or tube-like, while corals in the oceans, they are branch fringe-like. So that difference is because of the different niches and environmental conditions. Interregional, zonal or gamma community diversity. So gamma diversity is defined as the species richness or total number of species over a large region, that is ecological units. It is due to replacement of the species between similar habitat in different geographical area. It gives quantitative measurement of overall diversity for different ecosystems. For example, coral reef in Gulf of Kutch are different from that of Andaman. So you can see the coral reefs in Gulf of Kutch are of different species and that of Andaman represents different species, or this is because of the different geographical areas. So the species richness differs depending upon the geographical areas. So we can summarize this alpha, beta, and gamma diversity of the community. So alpha diversity is the diversity of the species within the community, while beta diversity is the diversity of the organisms between the two communities, while gamma diversity is the diversity of the organisms or species between the communities at different regions or areas or geographical units or ecological units. So importance of community diversity is this biodiversity describes how much variety in an ecosystem has in terms of resources and species and also genetically within species. A more diverse ecosystem will have more resources to help it to recover from famine or scarcity of food, drought, disease, or even the extinction of the species. Large number of species, that is species richness, and more even abundances of species lead to higher species diversity. So for example, a community with 2000 different kinds of trees or animals would have greater species diversity than a community with only 400 kind of trees or animals, provided these species were even in abundance in both the communities. So we frequently use the term even abundance. In general, more diverse ecological communities are more stable than less diverse communities because more diverse communities have a species richness. That means number of species is more and are more able to recover after a disturbance. However, the diversity stability relationship isn't a universal rule, and there are some cases where other factors besides species diversity are more important in determining community and ecosystem stability. The next characteristic of the community is abundance. So abundance is the number of individuals per species. So it is relative representation of a species in a particular ecosystem. The abundance of population and the number of species vary greatly in a community. For example, in plot A, you can see the bird in the bird community, there are total 9 birds. So abundance is 9. So that will give species abundance. But species number is 4. So there are only 4 species, one of peacock, one of sparrow, one of flamingo and one of parrot. So 4 species are there, but abundance is 9. And if we consider the number of individuals per species, then it also varies because there are 2 peacocks, 1 sparrow, 2 flamingo and 4 parrots. Well, in plot B, the abundance is same as plot A, that is 9. Species number is 4, that is species richness is 4, but the number of individuals per species varies. Here only 1 peacock, 6 sparrows, 2 flamingo and 1 parrot is present. Then in the plot C, there are 11 birds, so abundance is 11. Species are also more. There are 6 species. So in addition to the 4 species of plot A and B, additional hen and pigeon species are present. So total 6 species are present. So species richness is 6, but the number of individuals within species are different. There are 2 peacock, 1 sparrow, 2 flamingo and 4 parrots and 1 hen and 1 pigeon. So inside the individuals in these species differ in these plot A, B and C. So species abundance is number of individuals per species. A forest community with different kinds of organisms in even abundances would have greater species diversity than a forest community with the same number of species in very uneven abundances. So we are using the term even abundance and uneven abundance. So for example, in picture 1, You will see there are 4 parrots, 2 flamingo and 1 sparrow. So uneven abundance because number of individuals per species are uneven. While in the picture 2, there are sparrow, flamingo and parrots. All are 4 in number. So this is called as even abundance. So uneven abundance means percentage of organisms belonging to a single species is more. So it lowers the species diversity index. While even abundance will give more species diversity. The number of individuals of a species present in unit area is called abundance. So abundance is total number of individuals of the species in all sampling units divided by total number of sampling units in which species occur. So for example, if the total number of species in all sampling units is 8 and the sampling units are 2, then abundance is 4. As the organisms are not evenly distributed, abundance varies. On the basis of abundance, organisms are grouped as rare organism, commonly occurring organism, and frequently found organisms. So we'll summarize the 2 characteristics of community, diversity and abundance. So diversity is based on species richness, species evenness, and species diversity. There are 3 types of diversities: intra-community, alpha diversity, inter-community, beta diversity, and inter-regional or gamma diversity. Where abundance is the relative representation of a species in a particular ecosystem. Abundance evenness has direct influence on species diversity. So more abundance evenness is there, then there is more species diversity. Uneven abundance, then there is low species diversity. So in the part 3, we'll study the next characteristics of the community, that is vertical stratification, ecotone and age effect, and ecological succession, the link of which will be given in the description below.